Hi there, let me introduce you to Janus, one of the core characters within the TERRA series. Let me give you an insight into this fascinating entity. What is Janus? Janus stands for Joint Augmented Neuro Unified System. Brought about in the late 1980s, researchers working on experimental optical materials noticed something strange. In simple terms, a silicone-based chip has rigid structure, roads as usual for information to travel down. And just like roads, the more traffic, the more congestion. This is a snapshot of Janus at work. As you can see, it is nothing like a chip in form or function. As information travels, it manipulates its structure. No need to buffer or store information. It flows freely. As demand increases, it alters its roads to suit. This is at 1000 times optical zoom of its surface view as it breaks down light. In the late 1980s, researchers working on experimental optical materials noticed something strange. Under intense laser light, certain doped glass didn't behave like ordinary glass. Instead of letting the beam pass cleanly through, the internal structure shifted. Just slightly, as if the material was trying to adapt to the light inside it. At first the effect lasted only milliseconds. A flicker, a ghost, nothing anyone could build on. But it hinted at a possibility no silicon chip could ever offer. A material that remembers the path light takes inside it. By the mid-1990s, the work had moved out of universities and into private labs. Public saw nothing, but behind closed doors, small blocks of this experimental glass were being shaped into microscopic lattices. Optical mazes, where beams of light carved temporary channels through the material. Then came the breakthrough. A misfired laser pulse burned a clean, stable pathway into the lattice. And for the first time, material held its shape after the light stopped. Not permanently, but long enough for engineers to realize what they had, a physical structure that could reorganize itself around the data flowing through it. That was the birth of the adaptive photonic core. Unlike silicon, which pushes electrons through fixed circuits, this new system uses photons traveling at light speed through a material that bends, shifts, and reshapes its internal geometry in real time. Imagine you're on a highway's bumper to bumper, and instantly 3 more lanes open up. The more a pathway is used, the smoother it becomes. The less it's used, the more it fades. Over time, the chip develops habits, preferred routes that form the backbone of its processing. This isn't computation in the traditional sense. It's behavior. Some would even say synthetic thinking. By the late 1990s, a private group took full control of the research, refining the material, stabilizing the lattice, and learning how to rotate the core so the internal structure stayed alive for longer periods. Each generation became more stable, more plastic, more capable of reorganizing itself like a neural network made of light. So that is another deep dive into my TERRA saga. My world, and I hope you appreciate the effort. Please like, share, comment, and keep an eye open for my funding launch. Thank you.